It's me, Underdog E, and I'm gonna return to Sweet Home, Arizona. Make sure I'm loading the right save, because I don't want to have to rebuild things. Since the last time I streamed, I've made a few little differences, few little fixes, few little changes. Nothing super major, and I'll go over the small things that I did. Oh, we have a lot to do today. I think I can actually finish this build today. Because it is smaller and there's not a whole lot left to do besides zoning and the university. So those are the things that I will do. Anyway, so I placed there's an aquarium over here for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's the way it is. I made sure this was all zoned correctly. Added some new districts so we would get the tall buildings more towards the center, because realistically Arizona's not like built up with skyscrapers really. There's a couple tall buildings in the middle, but the rest is kind of low and laid out. um, we also changed this finally to the convention center. I actually forgot that this expo center thing like existed, and somebody reminded me after I streamed this, and they were like, "You could do the expo center as a convention center because that's what it is." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that even was a thing." So there we go. That's where that goes. And this is Chase Field. I have to rename a couple of these things, which is fine. Also, I forgot to add the museum. There's a museum up here somewhere. I'll have to check my map, double check my maps and stuff, and make sure that's all in the right place. And then I believe we can expand these roads down here and get some connections and some outskirts down here as well. So that's the plan today, and then obviously adding all the housing and stuff that goes on out here, and I can actually expand up here a little bit because there are some roads, and the blimp line is complete. This thing is working. The cable cars are working. I might add some what do you call them? Tents and camping areas for the mountain. That's not really that tall. It probably should have been taller, but that's okay. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. So let's just fix. There's a lot of abandoned buildings, and I think I should just get rid of some of them and get back to fixing it. I want to make sure I have my maps, because I'm still working off of these maps, just to double check where that museum is. Because I know it's to the north. I know it's like almost at the end of the tram line, because that's the tram line brings people from the museum to the baseball park. Like that's kind of what it does. And so I want to make sure that I've got these maps correct. The thing is, there's like so many different maps. I'm trying to get the right one and trying to put things in the right place. So it's a little bit tricky. I'll try to remember to put the map that I'm basing this off of onto the YouTube description once this goes up on YouTube. I took like 2 days off from streaming. Sorry if there was a echo there. I took 2 days off from streaming, and mostly because I just didn't feel like streaming. But it was like my mom's birthday, and I wanted to get some housework done and cleaning and lots of stuff. And I had to get my car fixed. It was just like one thing after another, and I didn't want to like just stream while everything else was going on. I just needed some time off, and I suggest people, if you're a streamer or a content creator of any type, it's okay to take like 1 or 2 days off here and there. That's whatever's best for your mental health or your creative mind. Get back into the swing of things once you're done, you know? Don't worry so much about the numbers, because we all know I don't get any views, and it never really bothered me. If people do watch, I just want to make sure they're enjoying it. So, hopefully you guys, if anybody's watching the VOD or the YouTube video, are enjoying these City Skylines builds, because I'm like in love with this game right now. I've been playing so much of it. These rebuilding the maps is like a fun, challenging thing to do. And I'll go back to some custom maps as well, because there's some new maps in the game that I haven't even like built on. I haven't put anything on them, and that's always a thing to do. I believe there's a few new challenges as well, and I'm not like big on doing those, because you have to actually like play the game without unlimited things, and it just takes longer. But I think it would be okay to stream that. Maybe not like put it out as content, but just have it in the background. That would be okay. I need a lot of workers and more education, as usual. That's how this game always is. We should put a school down here and see what the game does. See what happens. Those elementary workers. Elementary education, dude. That's what we need. That elementary level of education. I was gonna put something here, like, I don't know what I was gonna put. Maybe that volleyball court or something. Just so we have something at the end of this major road that seemingly has a weird dead end for no reason. It doesn't go through on the map. I'm not sure why. Must be something there. I don't want to be adding a lot of trees, because I know it is Phoenix, Arizona. So like I was saying last time I streamed this, I know there's like cactus or cacti, but there's not really a lot of trees. This is probably too green for Arizona, but that's what we're doing. All right, where's this museum at? Let me look at the map. If I could zoom in, that would be great. I have to zoom in 100 times. Jeez. It's like in the middle before. It's like somewhere between the park and the. It's like somewhere here. After the. It's like north of the highway though. So I guess like here would be fine. I always forget about the museums. It's an art museum too. Even though we don't have an art school. So this is where this goes. Right there. And it's got bus stops. We got tram lines and things. I don't know what's going on with this road. I don't know why it looks weird. I guess the stops are lined with green. Never really noticed that. But the tram roads, like, yeah, sometimes they're green like that, but not all the time. So, like right here, I don't know. There's no stops here. It's just weird. It's just one of those things, I guess. Not gonna worry too much about it. So I think I should focus on the campus as well. We haven't really done anything with this. This is environmental studies, which focuses on human interaction with the environment in order to discover, isolate, and solve complex environmental problems like climate change. Yikes, dude. Is that too real? I believe this was under liberal arts, right? Yeah. Okay, so before we do the dorm, I don't know why they didn't do groundskeeping like in order where it should be. Put a groundskeeping thing just to make sure that all that's out of the way. Now, an outdoor study would be cool. It would take up a lot of space. But there we go. It's a nice temperate location, so that makes sense. Cafeteria. If these things can fit here, then I'll put them in. Cafeteria. Um. I don't know what's better, having like a normal library or having the university library. Because I don't think this adds. It holds students, but does it. It allows for research and studying art, but does this add points to my like academic works and the attractiveness? Campus buildings 190. We'll see. We'll see if that goes up. If I add a building. It should. Commencement office. I do have the year ending things on, so if this could fit somewhere I would put it down, but sometimes this building is just like in the way of everything else. And I wish it could go off campus or something, because I don't know, I feel like this is in the way. We'll just fix the road, I guess. Or I could add a path instead of having an actual street. That works. Gives me more space to do things that I need to do. Alright, I said I was gonna do like at least 3 dorms, because usually I don't do too many dorms. And we'll add some dorms here. Put one up there. Could make this a university district as well, but I mean it's already in a district. It's part of the Peoria, which is a mix of things. I'm getting a population requirement anyway here. Population demand. I really need some commercial. If the game would, do the things I want it to do, that would be fantastic. We need some shopping. I know I've got low education, but come on, man. Just zone this all out. I don't have a lot of room for more offices. I guess I'm doing back here as offices. I hope the game is listening to my demand, or not only my demand requirements, but the policies. Because the high-rise one doesn't always work. It can be frustrating. I don't want these offices getting out of hand, being super tall randomly in the back corner. Also, I fixed some of these roads down here. I mean, this was like a 6-way or whatever. I just put it underneath because I didn't want to create more traffic than I had to. And then I put some off ramps and on ramps up there. I fixed the train lines. So I didn't do a whole lot offline. I didn't want to mess with it too much and just like have people go from one stream to the other and be confused. Be like, where'd that come from? I don't remember you building that. But I was like, I gotta do this before I forget to do it. You know? If you build it, they will come. Autosave, please. So yeah, you can't zone or build off of highways, and this is the new highway road. 2-lane highway with I added sound barriers so I can have people living around it without being bothered by noise. Academic year report unrecognized. Oof. Oof. I only have 240 students. Wait, I'm making $5 per student? What's going on? I have to fix that. Should probably finish building the campus. What the heck? Yeah, I don't think I need to make this university city zoning. I don't think so. I think if I just let it do its thing and then put some regular housing around it, it'll look fine. And I'll have to put another cemetery out here somewhere before I forget to. Right there is perfect. So I got my blimp lines going. I don't know how much traffic they're really saving me. I don't think they carry that many people. Passengers, 35 each. So, I mean, this says it served 0 people. But there's people standing there. I think it's still too early to tell if this is actually helping my traffic. I don't think that's really the purpose of it. I think it's just to be like a cool little addition to your map. So people can be like, oh, cool, look, there's a blimp. Because I've never really seen a charter blimp in real life. I know they exist. I don't think I would ever go out of my way to fly in a blimp, though. I'd be like, no, thank you. How far did they go? I don't even know. I know very little about the blimps. Like, I've seen commercial blimp, like the advertising ones, like the Goodyear blimps and stuff like that. But I guess they can be multi-purpose. Bring people from one part of the city to the other without using a plane or a train or a bus lane, which I need to add some more bus lanes today too. Some more bus lanes would be the way to go. That's on my list of things to do. Okay, back to the university. We need another dorm. Put 1, 2. I need. Wait, 1. Yeah, I was gonna. 2. And 3. Yeah, I was gonna put 3. That's a good number. Study hall. This is a larger asset than I remember it being. Very plain looking building. I don't think I need a drama club or really a gymnasium even. I don't think gymnasium doesn't count as athletic club or I mean it doesn't count as like the varsity sport. So I don't know how much that really affects the college. I haven't like really understood the prestige points and stuff. It's a little bit confusing to me because like I know if you add more buildings, it adds more prestige, but are different buildings worth more? Because it doesn't really explain that until I guess you test out building them. Auditorium, laboratories. That's a big building too, right? Bookstore. I need something here, man. There we go. It's okay. I can fill empty spaces with trees and stuff. Oh, the dance club doesn't fit. Here, I'm gonna put the dance club. And I think that's all I need. Okay, everything else is whatever. Alright, let me look at this. What does this say? Policies. Healthcare launch. This campus hires lecturers, scholars to teach on the campus. Affects all faculties, facilities within the campus area. Increase the bonus. Increases the upkeep by 25%. So this costs more, but it increases the increase campus attractiveness. Do I want to be more attractive, or do I want to make money? Maximum capacity this campus can hold is 2650. Let's give a grant for literature. Reputation is still unrecognized. So we have a bookstore and a library. Maybe that'll help with literature? I don't really know. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the campus stuff. Because I'm new to it. But I think it'll be okay. If I just let it do its thing, it should be fine, right? We'll hope so. Anyway, back to play mode. Just get rid of these things. A lot of industrial work zone. And then once the college finishes their year end, whatever, there should be art here. Maybe they should bring the book. If they finish like a piece of literature, they should send it there. It's usually how it works. But we'll see if it's connected. Should do it by default, you would think. Alright, I have to add another bus line. And I have a pretty long one here already. Don't know if I made it biofuel or not. I can find the thing. Does that look biofuel to you? Is the hub biofuel? I don't even remember. Oh, it is. So let's make sure this is biofuel. Different bus designs matter, okay? Those little details that really make your city. So this, yeah, there's a section of the city called Roosevelt Row. And that's where all the tall buildings are. And then there's a park in the middle. I might actually make this a park instead of just a zone, but I feel like I should leave it as a zone because there's like hotels, and I kind of need the hotels to be there. So I might just add some props in the middle or something instead of making it an actual park. That would probably be the best thing to do. Like so. I can just add trees or something. Feel like I want to sneeze, but I don't know. My brain can't decide if it wants to sneeze or not. I hate that. I hate the feeling of having to sneeze, but then once you sneeze, like, feels good. Weird. It's one of those weird things. Okay. We'll let the hotels zone in if they're going to. If not, I don't know what else I can do. This has the sound barrier, right? Yes, okay. And then that transforms into a 6-lane for some reason. What happened to my power lines? Who knocked this down? Why would you do that? How am I supposed to get power? I gotta spread it north over here. So this road should go across somehow. Not sure how yet. Either underneath or over. The highway should probably go over. And then that way I can get more zoning over here for houses later on. When I was looking at the actual map, a lot of this is just grid style on the outskirts. Not very exciting stuff going on. What the hell? There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect as long as it's functional. That's all I care about. I think I want to go over. Just go over, and then I can add a off-ramp or something there. Because I go under this whole mountain. Right here, connections. Thank you for the follow, Gary Larry. It's a good name. It's easy to remember. We're just building Phoenix, Arizona today. It's just Phoenix for right now. It's not the whole state of Arizona. This is just Phoenix. The entire state would... I would need map mods or something. That would be too much space. That would be wild. But this is like Chase Field, and then we got the convention center, and there's a park, and North Mountain, and the university, and we have the airport. So, the main buildings are in. Now we just have to fill everything else out. I don't even know how someone would do an entire state would take. That would take a lot of work. That would take a lot of like map mods, and I'm on console, so I don't have those options. But even on PC, like that would, if you want to be like a 1-for-1 scale, that would take years to do, realistically. You're about to buy the season pass so you can destroy your city if they complain about educated workers. Educated workers is the most common issue. I have it here too. It's because it's an early build in-game issue. So like when you start out your city, you will always have that problem, no matter what. The best solutions, honestly, keep building, add some schools, and make sure you have a bus line to connect the work zone to your residential zone. Those are the best solutions. And even then, you will have uneducated workers. It's just part of the game, unfortunately. You have like 30 schools, then check your budget. There's a budget panel here on economy. Check your budget and try to increase your school and your bus line by like a lot. Just, you can max it out if you need to. The more students you can hold, the better. And then just keep building. And it'll take time, but I promise you the problem will go away eventually. Like, it's a very early game problem. And once you solve it, like, I just put these workers here, so they're like, I don't know what to do. We don't have workers here. This building just went up. You know? Like, just think of it like they're hiring. And you need people to work. Campuses help too, like college campuses, universities. So if you're getting the season pass, that'll definitely help you with your education and stuff like that. But don't worry about it so much, because it's a thing that everyone deals with in this game. Like, literally, that's the number one thing people talk about when they talk about this game. It's just part of how the game works. And I get why it's that way. Because if you think of it this way, if you opened up a store, you need workers. You need to hire people to work at that store. So that's what the game's doing. It's like trying to figure it out. It's trying to simulate where your citizens are going and what they're doing. This game does a lot. And it runs extremely smooth on console. It's actually kind of shocking how well it runs on console. They're still updating the console version. The menu looks different when you want to choose the map layout. Yeah, they did a main menu like overhaul like 2 months ago or something. But they've been tweeting a lot about like what people want them to work on, and hopefully they listen to my responses about console support. Because I don't think it would be that difficult to add a few more things. Obviously, the game's better on PC, and I think it'll always be better on PC. I just want more assets, personally. Not worried about, like, running into problems. If you're playing legit, then your in-game issues will take longer to solve, obviously, but I'm playing on unlimited, so money's not a problem for me. I got 99 problems, but money's not one of them, you know? I want more American assets because the game only has a few. In terms of the unique buildings here, like Statue of Liberty, the Seattle Tower, Empire State Building, the Arch, St. Louis Arch. That's about it. Everything else is like either European or a custom asset that somebody made. I just think they need to add more American stuff because I'm trying to make, major American cities. Like, I made Boston, and now I'm on to Phoenix, which is 10 times easier. This map was just about putting things in the right place and then worrying about the demand. But it's not going bad. I think I've got all the paths that I needed out of the way. There's a dirt path down there. This has campus paths. Don't think there's one there. So I think you're just annoyed by the icons. There should be an option. Huh. Did they get rid of it? They might have got rid of it. There used to be an option that allowed you to not see them when you zoom out like this. But I think they got rid of it because it seems like they're still visible from far away. Or you could just delete the buildings. You know? That's what I tend to do some of the time. That's actually not a bad solution. I know it sounds stupid, but delete some of the buildings and then just wait for your demand to spike. Add a lot of health buildings. That'll get your population boosted. Everybody likes health. Everybody likes to be healthy. I'm gonna have a few little garbage issues here in the center, but there's nothing I can do about it. You add parks to increase fun value. Yeah, fun and happiness is a good thing to raise land value. But if you want population, like numbers, health is really important. Like, make sure you have a lot of hospitals. Like, see where all this is red? It's because I don't have a major hospital. You know what I mean? I don't have a lot of schools. Because Phoenix doesn't really have all those things. Like, I have one hospital here in the center, and that's where it is, in the city. There's a couple other health clinics, but that's really it. In real life. So, like, rebuilding things from real life to the game is a little bit tricky, because it doesn't work exactly as a real city would. Because, like, you could drive, if you say you live back here, you can drive to the hospital, no problem. But the game's like, what do I do? There's so many roads. How do I get there? Like, it's kind of goofy. It's kind of goofy. I also made Gotham. So, that was a project and a half. It took me like 12 hours total, maybe. I think I'm gonna do the mountain park now. So this is a nature reserve, which is like all the camping. Where should we should maybe have one like here? The good news is you don't need to spread power for a lot of these things because you don't need electricity to start a fire. Put some tents. What is this one? Camping site? This is all tenting, right? Put a lean-to at the bottom. These things spread happiness too, like each one of these buildings. There's hunting. There's a boulder thing. Well, it's not exactly a bug. It's the game doing what it's supposed to do. It's just a problem that takes a long time to solve. Try playing on fast forward. Just letting the game do its thing. Like, work on micro detail. Work on, like, parks and paths and adding trees. That'll give the game time to figure it out. Those are the best solutions to what you're going through, because everybody's dealt with it. So there's a little, outside of Phoenix, there's a little Indian reserve here. And so these are going to be different styled houses. Um, well, at least for the most part. I think I made it. Yeah, it's going to be European style small housing. And then all the commercial zoning that goes in here will be local stuff. Green Cities DLC. So I'm guessing you don't. If you're buying the season pass, then you probably don't have all the DLCs, right? Because I have every DLC except for natural disasters. That's the only one I don't have yet, but I'll probably get it eventually. I just don't really want to destroy all the things that I work hard to make. What does this say? McDowell? McDowell? I guess that's what it's called. Okay. McDowell. One of the most fun things to do is like mix your districts and your zoning and try out some new things. Mix and match stuff. Like put high end commercial with low end district, and mix your office buildings with your park zones, and just mix and match, man. Have some fun with the game. Like Green City, I put the Green City stuff with different types of commercials, and I've tried everything pretty much. Oddly enough, I think uh, leisure specialization is like one of my favorite things. It just looks so different than everything else. I wish they would do more dynamic stuff like that. I know a lot of people want Asian inspired buildings because it just makes sense for that to be the next thing. Because there's a few like Asian inspired things. So why would there not just be a whole district that's, you know, Japanese or Chinese styled architecture? They could add it. And I don't think it would be that complicated for them to do. But thanks for coming to the stream, dude. I appreciate it. Mick Mick Dowell. This is just a small residential area on the outskirts. So, uh, parks and education, I guess. I don't know how many schools I'm gonna put back here. There's a lot of policies you can put in to affect like traffic, and I usually don't do a whole lot of these because I don't want to screw with it. But if you ban heavy traffic, it can affect your commercial zoning, so just be careful of that. Like, I think I want to ban heavy traffic for this area, which it doesn't affect the highway, and even though the highway's right here, that won't be affected, so we shouldn't get, like, big trucks going back here. I want this to be strictly for residential housing. Oh, now I have to water the whole place. Okay. Do you guys know Laura Dern is dating Baby Yoda? So stupid. Oh, God. Tell me this is powered. Yes, okay, cool. Now we got a water tower on that mountain. Perfect. That should help. Because I only have one river, you know? So I only have one in and one out. So I can't go crazy with the water. Why I wanted to restrict the demand. Which, it costs more, but when you're playing unlimited, it doesn't matter. It just makes it so you're not wasting stuff. I don't want to waste more power and water than I actually have to. And I hate worrying about that part of the game. Okay. And now I've got a big increase for my commercial. So, we pause the game and we say, listen, I know this is going to piss you off, but I need you to work. I need people to go to work. Now, there's kind of a mix here, so I might put a path. I was thinking about putting a path and splitting this. Because you know what? Maybe not. I think it's okay to mix and match here. Building the low end commercial in the middle might not be that bad. And I have some space here. I can do stuff with. What the heck? The game's totally not gonna let me do that. Building a triangle? How dare you? And just a small reminder to anyone that may be still new to the game, because I get a lot of players that are like new or they're like trying to learn the game. Adding trees reduces noise pollution, so it gives you a reason to add trees. Not like one tree won't solve your noise problems. Add a lot of trees, like along the highway, like this, like that. That's the best way to do it. Or like on the sides. On the sides is probably the best way, along with the sound barriers on your highways, obviously. If there's a bridge, like right next to the bridge, trees like that actually helps with the noise, because traffic creates noise. Just like real life. If you live in a big city, it's going to be noisy. And then people in the residential area in this game will complain about the noise. So if you go to info views, the little headphone symbol, see how red this is? If you add a lot of trees in the middle, it'll help. But I don't want to do that because that wouldn't be realistic to the area. Because we in the middle of the desert, son. And when I was looking at the map of Phoenix, it looks like a very pretty area. You know, southwestern desert. Lots of browns and reds. I think this should affect my zoning as well. I can rezone it though. Let me check. There. See if I can get some housing in here. I want people moving in. Okay, so I think I'm all set with police for the most part. Apparently this spreads out pretty far. And fire department, I could use one back here. Why does this not fit on the corner? What happened? Don't tell me I need one in the middle, dude. Now there's a firehouse and a fire station, okay? The firehouse is smaller but cheaper. And the fire station is bigger but more expensive. And spreads more area of protection. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try to connect this road here finally. Should be able to flatten this now. We did all the landscaping last time I played this game, and it just took so long. I probably won't be doing any more of that on stream. Whatever my next project is, I'll try not to I'll try to skip the landscaping because it does take way too long. It's just not very exciting either. We'll see if this creates more flooding. It might a little bit, but what can you do? Yeah, we'll see how this affects the flooding. It shouldn't be super bad like it was before. Like, it might still flood again, but it shouldn't go, like, up on the edges like it is up here. Because I can't bring that down, and this ain't that bad, realistically. The Earth's not flat? What? I can't believe that. Yeah, it just takes a long time to, like, flatten things out and smooth things out. It can be frustrating. It's like the last thing I want to worry about is elevation and flooding and all that nonsense. So we'll see. Of course, it's going to flood right here where I need to build. Like, it shouldn't be that bad. I don't know why it is. Just don't know. can you do, though? Alright, I'm gonna do what I did back here. Probably. Or I could switch it. I think I'm gonna switch it. I think I have a plan. It's gonna require a little bit of construction, but it'll make more sense for the road to do what I want it to do. So, this can expand, like, to there. And then... So, what I want to do is I want this... This can stay there. I want this highway to connect and go like that. I want it to cross the river and have like an intersection here somewhere of some sort. If I can get the round thing, I'm gonna try to build my own. Screw it. I like never do that. Or I could take this. This will work. And then just edit the road. So this will connect both ends of the highway from one point of the map to the other. Yeah, I kind of have to fix this a little bit. But if the idea is there, then I think we're okay. And if I have to make that somehow a two-way or something, then I'll do it. I mean, this is going in a different direction anyway, so whatever the game wants to do. Oof. Ugh. This is why we freeform things. Okay, so this side is going north. Which is that way. And so when you have like a big circle, sometimes these roads don't want to go the right direction. But if it's connected like that, then maybe it might not be so bad. Like this, realistically, should work. It's just ugly as fuck. That's kind of what I needed there. And then the rest of these roads down here. There is more down here. It's just like small road, very straight. You know, more grid type zoning. You can notice the hills now, which is fine. That's kind of the way it is on the map anyway, a little bit. Need some space here. Man, the traffic's already started on these roads. Not even finished building them yet. Relax. Ah! My year end just happened. Shit. I'll look at that in a second. Just want to fix this road. I don't think I'm going to be able to. There we go. Alright, what was happening with the college? What happened? What happened? What happened? I had my year-end report. Where'd it go? Academic works. Fear of the Chirper. A heart-gripping song of a man who walks alone in Chirpyland. What the fuck? 1001 Chirps. A collection of the most famous chirps. Should I do music next? Yeah, let's give a grant for music. So it completed 2 works of art. Now, do they go over here? Okay, they do. So I got 2 academic works in my art museum, and then people go to the art museum. And they see the work of art. That's how the game works. Okay, so there is a train line in the middle. Oops. There's a train line in the middle. That doesn't need to cross all these roads anymore. This could go to like the other side or something. Other side of the river. Or it could connect all the way back here, I don't know. I feel like I don't know where I would put another station. Unless I want to build on this side, but I don't really need to. Because this build was all about the center of the city, really. And I already got my 3 stops. And there's not, for some reason on the map, there's not a train line that goes to the thing, is there? Let me check my trails. Metro Railroad. Here we go. It's like up and down the light rail. Oh, it shows everything here. Station location. Yeah, so the light rail is different than the train line, and the train line goes in and out of the city. So unless I build something across here, which I could, but it would just be more grid style stuff. It wouldn't be very exciting to look at. It would fill out the map. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide that later. I want to continue where I left off, which was building the bus line in the middle. Because I only have one bus line. And I definitely need another. Through here. So this goes to the university. And that goes there. Biofuel bus. We'll go with green. And no, we'll go with like a yellowish orange. Okay, so that uses the main roads as well. which is what we want to do, because these are actually bus lanes. I want the bus lanes to be functional, somewhat. That would be nice. Give them a purpose. And according to the map, there's more than one bus station down here. According to the map, this, the trail, whatever this is, the tram line has, like, more stations, but this is the station for the tram line, so I wouldn't put a bunch of these because it's huge. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I think. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay. So all this is houses. I don't think I need anything in between here. Technically, this isn't even supposed to be here. But the tram line needed a loop, which pissed me off last time I played. I was like, God darn it. Why can't it just be smart enough to turn around? But I guess it's on a rail, so that wouldn't be possible. Oh, so this is all the way down here. Okay. I didn't realize that. So yeah, these shopping things should be different. Because this is local produce in the Indian Reserve here. And I want a zone here too. I want to make sure we get these houses going. Get the people moving in. That would be nice. I don't know how big my population is going to be. I don't think it's going to be that bad or that low. Oh boy, water shortages. My favorite. Oh, that really does spread out, huh? Oh, we got a power station back here. Uh, I'm on wind and solar for Phoenix. That seems to be the best way to go. It's really clean. A little bit of water back here, but that's just for the piping. That's just for the sewage. It's not really running. It's not like powering the city or anything. I didn't want to do a dam. I didn't want to create more flooding. There's not really a dam until like the quote unquote Hoover Dam, which is huge in real life. I've been there. It's ridiculous. It's a little bit crazy. I like this being straight lines. It just makes sense. You can barely see it mixed in with all the trees anyway, so no problem there. This seems to be functional. I haven't even thought about the intersections too much. I didn't want to worry about it. So this is going to be another district. Because it's not downtown anymore. Not way out here. Alright, what is south of downtown? I mean, there's Tempe, but I feel like Tempe's another major thing, right? Ahwatukee. Excuse me? The Gila River, apparently, is what this river is called. Avondale, Tolson, Phoenix, Maricopa, Guadalupe? Guadalupe. I like that one. Can pretend this is Guadalupe. Guadalupe. Phoenix seems like an interesting area to go to because it's a little bit of like Indian Reserve, a little bit of like Mexican, and definitely a whole lot of Southwestern America. So it's got everything in there. And Guadalupe is going to be North American, power, water, smoke, recycling. I need like more industrial somewhere. I don't have no idea where it's gonna go. Yeah, I'm just worried about like workspace and stuff because I really don't want to build a million offices. The demand is going to be my issue for this build. I just wish the Demand Master like mod on PC is so good and it fixes a lot of those issues like the worker issue. It fixes your demand requirements, lets you build what you want to build. Sometimes the game's like, oh, you need industrial, you need commercial, you need residential, and sometimes that's not what you want. You can't just wait it out forever because the game freaks out. Thinking about having lunch here soon. I got some spicy curry the other day. I'm excited to have the leftovers of that. Spicy Thai curry, red curry. It's like the best thing ever. I love Thai food. I love spicy food. That's another reason to go to Phoenix. 'Cause they probably have that like spicy Mexican southwestern flavors. Okay, so Guadalupe, we're gonna need like more power, more water, more offices. More of everything. All the time. Okay. Guadalupe! It's just fun to scream loudly. Oh, I'm surprised some of that zoning reached. So I think we can do another, because there's a bus station down here. I think we can do another lane. So this bus goes to here, to here. Give the expo center a frickin' bus stop. That won't be bad. Okay. Uh, let's change the flow of traffic here. Let's go north way. Going north. From the south to the north. And then yeah, I think I'll do some outskirts, like on the other side of the river, which technically would be Mexico, right? So I can figure that out later. And then the rest of this should be houses. Some paths here and there. Gets pedestrian traffic around from place to place, which can help with traffic a little bit, not enough to be like super noticeable. Put some offices in the middle here, I guess. I want the rest to be like low-end commercial. I really, really want a demand for low-end commercial. So if the game can make that happen, your boy will be happy. I've been watching a lot of Circle on Netflix. It's so good. Can't stop watching it. It's a really good show. I love it. It like explains the internet so well. It's for people that may not know what it is. It's like a game. It's like sort of like a game show, reality show. And the people competing don't like they can only communicate through the internet. Like it's a app, and it's like text chat. They only see text chat and like pictures, but they don't know if people are catfishing, and they're like trying to form relationships and friendships, and it's a pretty interesting dynamic, especially with today the way that social media is. It's interesting to see what people lie about and what they don't lie about, and like how people try to portray themselves differently online than they are in real life. It's weird. It's a weird, wild, wacky world. Yeah, I don't mind that being that color. That's not a bad color. Make sure it's a biofuel bus. And then we'll get a bus station like here for the airport. I don't think I'm going to add any more roads up here, so I can do these bus lines, and that'll be okay. This needs to be a different color, though, I can tell you that much. Orange. Orange and yellow. And that one's like red. Those are the Arizona team colors, though, right? So that's not bad. So what the Diamondbacks are, they're like black and blue? I thought the Diamondbacks were Colorado. Yeah, black and red. Okay. I watch baseball and I don't even care about that team. I mean, I don't really watch that much baseball. Every now and then. Do we not have a game today? Alright, the color's like glitching out. Hold on. Let me save it. Alright, so when I select it again, it should stay as red. Thank you. Yeah, I guess there's the game got canceled or something. Or there's not a game today. Next match is 12:05. 2000. In 2 years? What? Why do you have to wait 2 years for the next baseball game? What the heck happened? There's a shutout on baseball. MLB is canceled forever. I remember when there was like an NHL blackout. That was really awkward. To not have hockey for like a year. Alright, so basically all I need now is the demand to go up. which is gonna take a while. We'll just do micro detail, I guess, for a little bit. Add some bushes and things along the highway here in the center. It says that there's a tunnel right here, like underneath this one park, which is kind of wild. Because I didn't think there would be tunnels, but what do I know? I never been there. I never been here. I feel like it was easier making Boston because I've been to Boston like a billion times. So I was familiar with what was going on. This, I have no idea what I'm doing. This, I have no idea. I'm just kind of doing things. Whatever happens, happens. I think it'll be nice to add some trees in the center here, because this is like the featured downtown. It should be pretty. Should be a pretty area. Colorful. There's still a lot of stuff to fix here. Then when I destroy my worker zones, it's like I still need workers, and that's just gonna bring the demand back up. It's like a building speed issue too, because I build really fast. Part of it is I'm so used to the game. Oh, we got sewage back up. I'm so used to the game, so I just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and building and building and building. And the game's like, whoa, buddy, slow down. The game can't handle my speed. I don't know if one more pipe is gonna fix this. Alright, so these houses out here should be a little bit smaller and more refined, because this is European suburban, which doesn't look that much different. Doesn't look as different as I was hoping. But, I mean, this is small residential. So, yeah, they got yards and stuff. It's a little bit fancier. I think these are just like randomized with like the size of the houses. That's how the default is. Because like, this is a house. This is a house. This is a house. You can see how different some of these are from each other. Whereas these ones are mostly similar styles. They all seem to have like yards and things. So that's what European suburban looks like. It's a lot of trees. And I'm wondering if this would probably look better in the green cities like self-sufficient housing, because those are usually like different looking, and they don't have a whole lot of trees going on. And they got solar panels that would make sense in a desert. Maybe I could do it with Scottsdale. Yeah, I'll do it with Scottsdale because that'll look cool. Uh, all the bits, starting from 8-bit tunes, DJ Chirpy's piece of art has hit the radio. Congratulations. Speaking about radio, I can't hear this. I haven't heard music in like 4 streams. Bump, 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 bump. Although I didn't want copyright strikes. I don't want to be demonetized. I don't want my VOD to be muted. Maybe next stream. We'll do blast music. You're not missing any great hits or anything, trust me. Uh, all these abandoned buildings. So, I think this is 6 lanes. I think this is gonna go like this. That's kind of interesting. Hmm. So that I know this looks weird, but if I can make it so that this gives me more opportunity to have offices or whatever I need back here, that's fine. Hmm, 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 hmm. this work? I guess a little bit. Looks kind of weird. But then again, it is kind of weird. And that's okay. It's okay to be weird. Just a little bit. If you're too weird, then you're creepy. Creepy is bad. Okay, so I want to finish the zoning here. We'll have to put in more trees and stuff. But I think this is going well. And I wanted commercial zoning in the middle anyway. Zoning, zoning, zoning. What's your favorite type of zoning? I mean, it's city Skylines, so I would have to say the tall buildings, high-end commercial, the hotels. Like this stuff in the center. It's all really cool. This is high-end commercial. These are like stores. Stores, and there's some tall apartment buildings and stuff. Because it's like split between two different types of major roads, and then there's literally a highway between it. It's kind of interesting. And then the middle's like built up, and that's where the tall buildings are in Phoenix. I copied this off of the map, and some of these need to be like replaced, but we're just gonna leave them for now. I don't want to worry too much about like the historical stuff and keeping assets to be exact. That would take too much time and effort. I tried to do a little bit of that for Gotham, and it was just like, ugh. Monotonous. That's how it felt. It's like you have to click on every single building and make it look a certain way. And then wait till it rebuilds and hope on the RNG. Like, because these are all the same building. So normally what I would do is I would delete it and hope that we get a different style. And then with these ones with the pointy corners, I hate those buildings. This one. Get rid of that. I hate the way those look. Don't back up the garbage, dude. How's their garbage backed up if there's nobody there? no baseball game happening. I don't understand. Scottsdale is gonna have to expand back here. And then most of this is like commercial shopping, which we never get a demand for, unfortunately. Okay, so what should be at the end of this road? We don't have the park management thing, and I should probably get that. Because I do have parks. That should be fine. And we're still having water shortage, so guess I need to add some more pipes down here. Alright, let me save. And I'm gonna go heat up my food for lunch. So let me just go into slow mode. And we'll do the cinematic camera, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
This is Cities Radio, the best music in the universe.
Okay. Anyway, so I heated up that food. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I got that spicy Thai red curry leftovers. And oh god, it's so spicy and so sweet. And delicious. If you're out there and you haven't tried Thai food and you like spicy stuff, try it. It's great. It's fantastic. It's like my favorite. This is like my favorite thing I think ever. I just love it so much. I feel like I tried the green curry from the place that's near me, and it's like a little bit sweeter, and then this red curry is like a little bit spicier, but it's still got that sweetness to it. Okay, so I don't want to keep increasing the budget for my dump, but I don't know what else I can do besides put another recycling center down here. Maybe I could put one way up here in the corner or something. That fits so perfectly there. It would be stupid not to do this. Okay. I keep, like, hitting this roadblock, I feel like, in the game. It's like things build and then the game stops. And it's just going slower than I wanted it to. It'll be interesting to see this part when it's done. Because this is all gonna be self-sufficient houses on the hill. And I think it'll look way better that way. Maybe this should be self-sufficient too. But have like generic commercial in case I want stores. But I don't think I do. I don't think this is gonna be. I don't think we're gonna put any shopping back here. Besides what I already have. Uh, Just like the edge of this road. That's about it. Uh, every time I like go to districts or something, it's always auto saving. I don't know why. That's when it chooses to auto save. I know eventually the game will let me build out of here, so I'm just gonna There's not much of a difference between these districts, so it really doesn't matter where the line is. I just wanted to expand that one place just a little bit out. Um, yeah, I made it so that there can be shopping down here, and it's getting the benefits of the small business district policy. Uh, Perks for small businesses adds commercial buildings to double their. It basically doubles the sales of commercial buildings, and then costs like 2 cents more per building. So it's expensive to do it, but then they give you the money back. So there's no reason not to do it. Really, it's just one of those things in the game. Get a walking path back here. Eh! There, that's fine. Whatever. Walking paths separate the zoning too, which is like super nice. It just makes everything easier. Like that, I didn't want to have a long line of office. I just wanted a little offices in the corner here. Alright, let's try to see if I can get something to fit in the middle here. Perfect. Sort of. Not really perfect, but okay. This is all zoned out now, so that looks a lot better. Oh. Space is already occupied. Guess this building takes up more than I thought it would. I don't think the zoning will screw up those trees. I think these will be okay. I just want the campus area to look pretty. Like it's well taken care of. Groundskeeping should help with that too. Although I think that's just for building maintenance. I'm not sure. I don't know how much that actually helps, like the attractiveness points to the campus either. These are still things like trying to figure it out. And I don't think it says it on it at all. This just says working hard to keep campus area premises pleasing. Like very generic information that it's not. Give me another grant for music. Hopefully we'll get some visitors. And then all this is housing. Everything in here. All housing. Ugh. The food is so good. It's so spicy. It's burning my mouth and I love it. Wanna connect the power lines here. I might have to put some more wind power, but I don't know where I would put it. On this mountain? So the train comes in from the outside, connects here in the corner, goes underneath again, comes back up, crosses this road, goes over these roads, across this road, all the way over here, underneath, and then it comes back out here, crosses there, crosses there. It's a lot of crossing, apparently. That's what they say on the map. Which creates traffic, because it's just another intersection. What can you do? I'd like to go over in one spot at least. Is that too weirdly shaped? Yeah, let me rebuild that. I have to redo this whole section. It's supposed to be clipping to the grid, so I think that's why it's sometimes being weird. Because the snapping, like the way that things connect, can be a little bit awkward. You can snap to angles, you can snap to road length, you can snap to guidelines, and then grid. And grid and guidelines are kind of the same thing. I usually do guidelines or grid. I'm gonna leave these things in the middle, because why not? Power looks good. Water's fine for now. Now, see, there's public libraries, and I don't have any of those. And I was checking the map, and I didn't see like a public library even listed. We'll put one, because it can't hurt to do that. This increases education as well. But it's not like it's weird because it's not set to like a level of education. I think it's for happiness. I think this is more of a happiness thing. But then it's listed here, and it's a separate. It's listed separately. So you have elementary school, high school, university, and then you have public library. So that's a different level of education. That's kind of weird. I wish they would set it to like a thing. I guess I never thought of it being a separate level of education, but I guess it is because when you go to the library, it's different than when you go to a school. The airport's working. Hopefully my planes don't crash into my blimps. Blimps are going. I made sure to have like the least amount of blimps possible. I don't want my airspace flooded. I don't want it to be like super noticeable. I just want the blimps as like a background bonus thing. I didn't have to put them there. I just thought it would be cool to do it. Yeah, there's like one at every stop. So I think there's 3. Is that air spray? What is this commercial for? Bug spray. I'm trying to sell bug spray over here. And I put another bus line way out here just for residential. I'll take care of the blimp stops as well. Okay, so do I have another green? No, I replaced the green with the yellow, right? So I guess this one can be green. And I think that's all I need for bus lines. Unless I wanted to put one for this train to something else. But I don't think so. So the cable car, let's see how that's going. Uh, Passengers served 8. Ouch. That's such a low number. Oh, there's nobody's using it. I mean, it doesn't carry that much. Like, it doesn't cover that much space. And I kind of just did it because I've never built a cable car before. Plus, there's nothing up here, so I guess that's fine. Put some stores up there. Give people a reason to go there, I guess. I mean, there's power going there, so I should be able to zone. Forgot to zone this with industrial. Uh, just some sort of park to separate that. That'll take care of my office zoning a little bit too. I guess. I'm just trying to think of like what else I need. I think that's it. Besides continuing roads down here, which I didn't really want to do, but I mean, I have a train station. I have a train line that's not going anywhere, so that's kind of awkward. Let me look at the map because I'm like 99% sure this is Mexico down here. Or something. New Mexico. One of those things. I need the state map. state of Arizona. Sonora, Mexico. There's a national monument, I guess. Okay. Have an idea. But I kind of need... kind of need this road here. What the hell? I want to connect this to that. Somehow. But there's the highway is in the way. But this highway has to be here. So, it's going to take a lot of construction. Or it's just going to take a really shitty intersection. Don't force me to make this a one-way. I really don't want to. Why can't I come at this straight? It like has to be angled, I guess. Well, I mean, there's already cross streets, so that doesn't kill me too much. And it ends here, so it's not like losing that much, really, in terms of traffic and roadways. Okay. Is there a map of Sonora? Because I guess technically this is still Phoenix. Or, I mean, still Arizona. And then south of that is Mexico. Sonora, Arizona. Botanical Gardens? Museum? Okay, it's disappeared. Sonora, Arizona. There's a lot of, like, nothing. A whole lot of nothing. Like, this is the desert. So, I guess we're not putting anything back here. Chirp Town Anthem. Sounds like a banger, dude. Sounds like a #1 hit. So, I guess I'll put the train line, train station, whatever, down here. But there's really nothing down here. It's just the end of the line. Just the end of the line. Yeah, apparently this is like all preserve land and reservation land and wildlife stuff in real life. It's just protected desert. So maybe that's what I'll do. There, it says there's a monument. I wish I could Google what the monument looks like. If only Google was a thing. Or Bing. Sonoran Desert National Monument. See all images. It just looks like a desert. There's no monument. Cactuses. There's nothing here. How is there literally? There's just nothing. How is that a monument? I'll do the intersections after this, I think. And I'll do a monument or something. Um, hmm, let's see. What would be the best thing to do? uh, so I guess I'll make this the actual park, because this whole thing is just a big park. I wish they would give us soil tools. Like, I want to make this all sand. You know? That would be so cool to be able to do. That would make it look like an actual desert. That's what we need on console. Soil tools. Just let us paint the ground. It's not affecting the national resources if I do that. Come on. And I'm playing unlimited anyway. Why would it matter? Sonoran. S-O-N. Sono. Or. An. Desert. Oops. Desert. So let's see if I can get another exit over here, because that'll bring in traffic from both sides. Okay, cool. We'll just put some hunting things and whatever, camp zones. Uh, Okay, I think that's fine. And we need a power station for down here. I don't know what the fuck. I guess wind. I have all this map area to do something with. Wind from this mountain, I guess. Okay, well, there's literally no other roads. There's like, on the actual map, there's like 2 roads in this whole place. Because it's the middle of nowhere. And now we just need the demand for everything else to start going. How is there still traffic? Or, not traffic. How is there still garbage backup? What's my economy budget? Why did it go down? 105. 105, 105. That's the way it should have been. Okay, I'm gonna do my intersections, which is very exciting. Let me tell you. So traffic comes in here. That's it, huh? Gets off there, gets off there. Okay. So this is the highway road. And then that's the tunnel. And then this, it transfers to 6 lanes. So just make these stop signs. I don't really think we need traffic lights for this area. Until here, I guess that would make sense. And that's the end of the road, so that's fine. I just want to make sure my main roads are covered. So that's the highway, and then this is 4-lane with trees. That should be light. This has to be light. Kinda has to. This doesn't have to, necessarily. These are one-way roads. That's for the expo and the convention, and this is like a shopping mall here. And that's the end of the road, so that should be a light. So this is really tricky because you've got one-way flow with tram lines, and you've got really important buildings. So throwing in like traffic lights here would not be terrible. Like putting one there. Why is this two-way? There's no reason for that to be two-way. That's one way. The baseball field is on a one-way. Traffic shouldn't have to come back. That would then do a loop here. That doesn't make sense. So, figuring out these roads for lights. I want to put one on the side of baseball field because that's gonna bring in a lot of traffic. But this is the only four-way. I don't want to waste it on a three-way. That's what she said. What? Maybe four-way stop. This is just helping with traffic. That's all this is doing. And wasting time while the game figures out what the heck it's doing. Okay. So that's a stop sign. This is a stop sign. This is a bridge, right? So that light is fine there. That's traffic. This is off-ramp traffic, so lights here are fine. Just doing these major roads. Then I don't want to worry about the rest of it. we're not adding any more roads, so this is the time to do this. And none of these. It's stupid that this is automatically primary. I guess I could turn it off, but then I couldn't like customize everything, and I would just have to redo this anyway. So this is the University Road. Which for some reason didn't... Oh, this is the center. Huh? That was weird. Why is that road like that? I don't know. That road doesn't even need to connect there. Okay, so we did our intersections for the most part. I think we should be... Let me just check the airport. Because I feel like I might need a light here. Yeah, I do. Okay. Because a lot of the traffic's going to be coming in and out of the airport, obviously. So, the most amount of traffic, you want street lights. And then moderate would be like stop signs, and then nothing is like just nothing. You know? Let the game will figure it out. The cars will yield, or they'll do default things. I didn't want to completely stop the flow of traffic, so I didn't want to put a bunch of lights. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all I had to do. Everything else should be set. Had to put something in this gap. And I guess the library can art. a lot of parks that I haven't like placed because there's really not in the Phoenix area. There's really not that many parks. Which might be part of the problem, like in terms of the demand. Because I'm pretty set on everything but maybe like another police station out here to the north. So this education for the faculty building is apparently equal to university. It's like specialized at university. University students who wish to specialize in certain areas, so it's like a specialty school. And this one holds 840. So that's pretty good. For only 110% of the budget? Or 105%? Yeah, 105% of the budget. That means these dorms are up to 315. Let's get another literature grant. I thought they wrote another book, but I guess it was a song. They wrote 3 songs in one book. I need another book. I thought there was a bigger hunting thing besides these separate cabins, but I guess not. Okay, I always get confused of like where the front of this thing is. There it is. It is the little white part. Okay. It's hard to see from far away. And I think we'll do a cabin here and something really big right here, like a tent camping site. Autosave, please. I don't know if any of these things read as functional. I think most of them are just props. Like, I know the tents are functional, though. Just one tent, like, in the middle of nowhere. That's how you do it. That's real camping. So for the policies, we'll do advertisement and recycle garbage. And Encanto is getting lots of stars. This is just a generic park, though. Like, nothing much here but a bunch of plazas. Like a restaurant, chessboards. There's a playground. Nothing too fancy. It's just to get people into the city, make people happy. Look at this crowd. Now it says there's a shitload of people here, but look at this. Yeah, it says there's a shitload of people here for the bus and for the expo center, but realistically, it's only 38 people. So I don't know why there's such a crowd. It's good to know they're using the path, though. My team colors don't stay. So annoying. I'm just not gonna touch it ever again. I mean, it's only one bus stop, so let me check if this is full. 30. I don't know if I should increase the bus lines. I really don't want to. The amount of buses that are coming out from this thing shouldn't be that much. Buses in use 26. You can see the budget here. It's still at 100. Let's make it 105. I don't want to go crazy with it. Is there a blimp budget? I don't think so. I think I... How did I modify the blimp numbers? From the depot? I don't even know. Actually don't even know. Maybe from traffic route. Huh. Yeah, you can, sometimes you can modify things in this menu, which is kind of weird. Okay, so we have quite the demand going in. Time to zone this all out again. Might have to put some parks in here just to separate this zone. Like, I already put a path. What else can I do? So this is a main road. And usually, like, even though this road is separated, um, I'll put like commercial along here instead of houses normally. I mean, there's some houses on this road anyway, but it makes more sense to have commercial on a main road. You get more customers that way, usually. Okay. Now, is any of that gonna start building? Let's fast forward and see. Hmm. Come on, game. Okay. Well, I think it's just gonna take a really long time to zone all this stuff, and my academic year report says that we gained some students. We're making $7 per student. Why is that so low? How do I fix that? Hold on. How do I increase? Do I have to go to the policies of the district? For profit education. All educational facilities become for profit education. Yeah, you should pay for school. It pisses people off, but I need to be making money. I need to be making some sort of money. That's how economy. That's how the economy works. That's how the government works. That's how capitalism works. So yeah, I think the rest of this build, to be quite frank, is just a lot of fast forwarding and zoning. More of the same. You guys get the point, right? That's Phoenix, Arizona. I really want to see this when it's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like keep it in fast forward for a while, and off stream I'll just keep building it and building it and building it, and I'll show you guys when it's all done, and that way we can move on to the next map, which is going to be a custom, like just off of the top of my head, not copying off of a map or anything, and because I have some new maps that I want to build on, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a host on my friend. So if you were chilling here, if you were lurking, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for the views and the follows and any support that you give to me. If you could give some of that support to my friend when I drop this host, I'd really, really appreciate that. That would make me extra happy. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I'll stream something else